Okay. Hello everybody, my name is Neil. I'm going to be recording this without my glasses today because my glasses reflect the ring light very much so I'm going to do this so you can actually see my face. Today I'm going to be teaching about the basics of Go. I'm going to teach you about the setup, placing stones, capturing stones, and a weird little rule called Co. So Go is comprised of two main components. Firstly, there's the stones, and secondly, the board. Now there's three main board sizes people play on. First is the 9x9, and then there's the 13x13, and then lastly we have the 19x19, which is the most standard for play. Now for our purposes, we'll be sticking to the 9x9 because it's the simplest and smallest, the best for beginners. Now I want you to look at this board. It's an empty board, and I called it a 9x9 Go board. I want you to count the squares for me to make sure I'm not making any mistakes. Oh, it's only 8 squares. Well, that's interesting, and there's a reason for that. Because in Go, we actually place stones on the intersections of the lines. So if you count again, counting the intersections, you can see that this is a 9x9 Go board comprised of 81 total points. Hooray! Now in Go, the player with the black stones always plays first, and they can choose any empty intersection on the board, because any empty intersection is a legal move. So black could play here, let's say, white could play here, black could play here, and both players would continue placing stones until the game ends. Now in Go, pieces don't move around like they do in chess. In Go, the stones stay there until they're captured. Now what do I mean by captured? Well, before we get into that, I'm going to have to define a few terms. Now I'm going to place one stone in the center, and let's take a look at this individual stone. This stone has 4 liberties. And what do I mean by liberties? Well, liberties are the empty adjacent intersections next to a stone or a group of stones. So this one stone has 4 liberties: up, down, left, and right. Mind you, the diagonals do not count, only the adjacent empty intersections. So if white wanted to capture the stone, white would have to play here, 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 and finally, white can fill in the last liberty, capturing this black stone. You can kind of think of liberties as a stone's breathing room. As white starts to surround the black stone, it's slowly strangling it, filling in all of its life force or breathing room. And once white finally encompasses this black stone, it is taken off the board and killed. Now let's look at these two stones together. When stones are connected directly next to each other, they form a group, and they share liberties. Now I want you to count how many liberties do these two stones have. I'll give you a second. These two stones have 6 liberties. Here, 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 and finally here. Now if white wanted to capture these two stones, white would have to fill in all 6 of these liberties. And once black is reduced to 1 remaining liberty, white can take away that final point, taking these 2 stones off the board simultaneously. Now when stones are reduced to 1 remaining liberty, we call that position Atari, A-T-A-R-I, the same word as the video game console. And this just means that the group has 1 remaining liberty and is able to be captured on the next turn if black doesn't do anything about it. You might hear people say things like, oh, your stones are in Atari, or I'm putting your stones in Atari. This term just means that they're able to be captured on the next turn. Now we're going to do a little exercise. I'm going to put 4 groups of black stones on the board, and I want you to tell me how many liberties each group has. I'll give you a second to count, and then I'll go through each group. This group has 3 liberties. This one in the corner has only 2. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now I'm going to change up the position a little bit, where white has filled in all of the liberties except for 1. So all of these stones would be in Atari, meaning they have 1 liberty remaining. And I want you to find the point where white would play in order to capture these black stones. I'll give you a second to find it, and then I'll go over the answers. For this group, white would play here, this one white would play here, this one white would play here, and for this one white would play here. Simple enough. You fill in all the liberties, the groups are captured. Now we're going to get into something a little more complicated. At the start of the video, I said that any intersection was a legal move and you could play there. Well, let's look at this position now. So there's 4 white stones on the board, and they have surrounded a single point. Now let's say black tried to play in the middle. How many liberties would black have? Well, black would have 0 because he is already completely surrounded and has no remaining liberties. In Go, we call this self-capture. Self-capture is not allowed. It is an illegal move. Thus, black is prevented from playing here altogether. So in Go, you're not allowed to place a stone that would immediately have 0 liberties. unless it captures other stones first. So I'm going to change up the position a little bit. So if we see, black has surrounded these 2 white stones, but we said this prior move was illegal for black to play. Well, what do you think? Can black play here now? Well, yes, because I said, as long as black is capturing stones first, it is legal to play there. Now white could capture back if it wanted to, and the game would progress from there. This is an important rule. You can play self-capture moves as long as they're capturing opponent stones. Now I'm going to demonstrate this a little differently. So I'm going to put a ring of white stones on the board, and I want you to count how many total liberties this ring has. I'll give you a second to count. This ring has 13 liberties. We can count 3 on each side, times 4, that's 12, plus the 1 in the middle, making 13. Now let's say black started to fill in all of these liberties. And in this position, how many liberties does white have? White has 2 liberties, correct. White has 1 liberty here and 1 liberty in the middle. Is it a legal move for black to play in the middle? Can he play there? No, black cannot play in the middle. He's not capturing any stones, and he's completely surrounded. But let's say black got 1 extra move on the outside. Black plays here. How many liberties does white have now? Only 1. Do you think black can play in the middle now? Well, yes,
Hooray!
Black can play in the middle, and once he plays there, he captures all of the white stones, just like this. Now this is just to demonstrate that you can play self-capture moves as long as you're capturing opponent stones. Now finally, I'm going to get into the one weird little rule that happens sometimes. So I'm going to put the position on the board, and it's going to involve all of these rules that we talked about. So look at this position. We see that this white stone has 1 remaining liberty, because black has already surrounded it. And once black plays here, black captures this white stone. But wait a minute, let's look at this black stone. This black stone has 1 remaining liberty. That means white can play here and capture it. So white plays and captures it. Now let's look at this white stone. Wait a minute. This white stone has 1 liberty. Black plays here and he captures it. And this black stone has 1 liberty. So white plays here and captures it. And this white stone has 1 liberty. Black plays here and captures it. And on and on and on. An infinite loop. So in Go, there's a rule called K-O, that prevents this from happening. So let's say this is the original position. Once black captures this white stone, the rule Ko prevents white from taking back immediately. What the rule says is that immediate repetition of the board state is not allowed. Because if white were to play here immediately, it would repeat the board state. Just like chess has 3-fold repetition, Go has Ko. So if white wanted to capture this black stone, what white would have to do is white would have to play away first, black would have to play away, and these 2 stones on the board change the board position. This means the total global position is different, and white can come back and white can capture this black stone. Now obviously, black did not have to play here. What black could have done is black could come back and play in the middle of this stone. But let's say black doesn't, white comes back and responds and takes the stone. That's just the rule. The rule is called Ko. Immediate repetition of the board state is not allowed. And you're often going to see it with these kinds of shapes. I'll show you a few others. So you can even have them on the side sometimes, like this, or even in the corner, with shapes like this. At each point, if black were to capture, white would not be able to capture immediately. And same for here. If black were to capture, white would not be able to capture back immediately. You can see that these 2 black stones both have 1 liberty, but the rule of Ko prevents them from being captured. The outro I recorded before was pretty terrible, so I'm going to redo it right now. This video was designed to teach you the very fundamentals of Go. Just the setup, placing stones, capturing stones, and then the weird little rule that happens sometimes, called Ko. Now, does this mean you can play your full game yet? No, not even close. Think of it like this. I taught you how the gear moves, but I didn't teach you how to put the gear into a machine to make the machine move. So in order for you to learn that, you're going to have to learn a few more things. You're going to have to learn how to count territory, how to make groups live, or even how to play the game well. There's a few other things you have to learn, and you can learn all those in my next video, so you better stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.